Hey, YouTube. I just want to come on here today and can I talk to y'all for a minute? What I want to talk about that really ruffed my feathers is how when we are diagnosed with cancer, what really ruffed my feathers is that we have people that is trying to tell us how to stay away from cancer and what can help cancer or what can help any type of disease when they are prescribing us toxic drugs to treat a toxic disease. Does that make any type of sense to you as a human being? You have a toxic disease, but you want to treat me, not cure me, but you want to treat me with a toxic drug to treat my toxic disease. And then on top of that, you are sending me back into the wildfire, into the fire where I just left from of what caused my disease. So, what I'm saying to you is when we hear the word cancer or cancer has returned or you have cancer, um, it comes from the things that we're smelling. It comes from carcinogens. It comes from carcinogenics. It comes from the food that we're eating, chemicals that's on the food, chemicals that's in the laundry detergent, chemicals that's in our soap, our deodorants, our toothpaste. Um, And no one has told us that after we get chemotherapy, which is a toxic drug, once again, trying to treat a toxic disease, no one has told us or showed us how not to go back in the fire, which caused us to have this disease running through our bodies. No one has told us that. So we get this toxic drug, which is chemotherapy, radiation, and they allow us to live the same lifestyle that caused us to have this disease running through our body anyhow. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Um, they don't tell you because they don't know. It's really not done on purpose. Doctors, when they go to school for those 12 to 14 years, some longer, they don't get the education on herbal remedies. They don't get the education on herbs. You know why? Because there's no curriculum to herbologics. There's no curriculum to herbalism because it's no stopping with this. There's over probably 2,000 different herbs for cancer, for diabetes, for heart attack, for strokes, for gout, for hypertension, whatever you want to call it, whatever you may have. There are over 1,000 herbs for cancer. But that would take years and years and years and a lifetime of schooling. So no one wants to go. I mean, to be a doctor is already expensive enough. Now, as far as they go to school for 12 to 14, maybe some 15 years, depending on what they're going to school for. And out of that 12 years, they only get about 8 hours of natural medicine. So they're not doing it on purpose. They have no knowledge of what herbs can do. The only ones that have knowledge of what herbs can do are the ones that actually venture out on their own, and they start researching and trying different things. We have to also understand that pharmaceutical was not made to cure us. It was just made to make money. It's just made to make money. Do you know anyone that has gotten chemotherapy or radiation 30 years ago and they're living right now to tell about it? You would never see that. You would never see or hear of someone who actually got chemotherapy in 1970, let's just say 75, 76, even 1980, and they're still living now today. Um, if If that could even be possible after getting that toxic chemical in your blood, you're surely to have the worst benefits ever. There's no way that you can get a toxic drug like chemotherapy or radiation and live to tell about it and you're a picture of health. Because now I believe that if they knew how to help you, help us, well, help people get the radiation out of the body where it won't damage the nervous system, well, it won't freeze up your cells and cause your lymphatic system to shut down. If they knew what herbs to tell you that could help you to stop this, then probably we would have a chance. Okay, they don't know that the herb chaparral, bodo leaf, pod arco, turkey rhubarb, red clover, valerian root, yellow dock, dandelion, orange peel, sarsaparilla root, bladderwrack, oil of oregano, mullein leaf, thyme, echinacea, elderberry, purple moss. Let me think of some more. Golden seal, hibiscus. What's another one? Rashi, bladderwrack, calendula. They don't know that those herbs are very beneficial to someone who has cancer. They don't know that meat is the root of all evil, especially when you have cancer. They don't understand that telling a person that has had chemotherapy, it's okay to have a little bit of cake. It's not going to kill you. Cancer thrives on sugar. Anyone with cancer will tell you that they crave sugar because why? Because cancer must live off of a body that does not have oxygen in it. Okay. And the way that we keep the oxygen out of the body is constantly putting sugar in it, especially when you have chemotherapy or radiation. And most people who have chemotherapy and radiation crave sugar. Anytime you crave sugar, there's some type of horrificness going on inside of the human body. The body only craves sugar when there's a horrible bacteria or a horrible parasite inside of the body, and parasites can only live off of sugar. Okay? When you put the CHO in the body, carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, no disease can live there. It won't have a chance. But you don't put carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen in the body by constantly putting sugar in the body. But if you don't know how to get rid of that bacteria, if you don't know how to get rid of um, that parasite, that germ that's in the body that's causing you to keep that cancer or causing that cancer to be of a fungus and spread to all your organs. If you don't know what herb to use, because we already know pharmaceutical drugs will not help that. It hasn't helped anybody. I'm not saying anything that's not true. It hasn't helped anybody, but it will treat the hell out of you. Pharmaceutical drugs will treat you and treat you. They can treat you and treat you, and they will treat you forever as long as it can. But when the treatments are over and they have gave you some horrific side effects, and this is what the doctors say now. The doctors tell, I'm just repeating what they say. They tell you, we can treat you, but we can't cure you. You will forever have cancer, but we can treat you, but we can't cure you. They don't have a fucking cure. They don't even know how to go about getting a cure. But there are things that you can do to kill off certain things. There are things, herbs that I just mentioned, that you can take to bring carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen to the body. You have to make your body hostile on the inside in a positive way. Hostile so that when germs and bacteria and disease come to your body, it says, we can't live in this body because she has too much carbon. She has too much hydrogen. She has too much oxygen. This body is full of the CHO, carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. We got to get the hell out of here before she kill us. And that's the key. The body should kill off any disease that comes to the body. You ever notice the body is self-healing? It all depends. It all depends on what you put in the body. For instance, when you scratch yourself at night, you put a cut on your chest or something. You ever notice within hours it starts to dry up? It starts to heal. Because the body starts healing itself. Okay? Um and this is what the body does. It starts healing itself. We must know how to heal thyself. We must know herbs in category forms. We must know herbs come in tea forms, tincture forms, oils, uh, so many different ways. We must know the the abundance of what herbs can do to the body, because herbs are alive. They are leaves and plants. So when you put life into the body from life, all you're going to get is life. When you put death into the body from death, you get death. The body does not understand when it's alive and you're giving it death. When it's alive, you're giving it death. The body don't understand that. So it reacts to how you treat it. You eat dead foods, the body will die slowly. You put toxic drugs in your body from toxic chemicals that you can't even spell, the body dies slowly. Okay? When you put life into the body, a bunch of fruits, a bunch of veggies, a bunch of fruit juices, great foods that's alive, great plants, and you get your rest properly, you work out properly, you start sweating a lot. Sweating is very good. The more you work out, the more you sweat, the more carbon and hydrogen and oxygen comes to the body. We must know that, people. We must know that meat don't digest. For many years meat don't digest. We have to understand that. This is why I came out with my go-to book. It's called a go-to book. Now let me just say this. I'm the type of person where I do everything on a budget. Even with my clients and my customers, everything is done on a budget. I don't believe in showboating. Showboating mean keeping up with the Joneses. Showboating mean pretty fancy labels. A book that's like boom, it looks so pretty. My book is straight from my brain, my gut, my heart, my soul. I put my all into this. It's my own handwriting of all my notes from 1980 when I was in eighth grade up until the present today. I have paperwork in this book that I gave to my classes. Introductions on herbalism, herbologics. It's so much in this book. Okay, and all you guys have to do is go to my website and look. I named this the go-to book because hell, we need something to go to. I have an entire section in there. It's 115 pages, but it's over 300 regimens in this book, way over. For just from years and years and years, all the way from 1980 of eighth grade. Then 1983, I lived in Tokyo, Japan, for almost 2 years. Everything that's in this book, you're going to see my own handwriting, everything is in this book. And this is just the first book. I have 10,452 regiments and plus. I haven't counted the other hundreds. I'm up in the hundreds on new things now. So I'm well over into almost 12,000 regiments. When I say regiments, I mean from your eyeball to your big toenail, from every organ in the body. This is my life. I'm serious about it. I try to help as many people as I can, and it's nothing that can't help the human body. I can't say heal, but y'all know what I mean, okay? I can't say heal, but y'all know what I mean, right? We can't, as a herbalist, you can't say that you heal anybody. They say that word is for doctors, but the doctor will tell you that he or she can't heal you, but those are their words. It's just a bunch of bullshit contradiction, okay? But us herbalists, we can't say the word, we can't say that we healed anybody, okay? Um, there's no way in the world that I would ever want that MD behind my name. Because to me, to have the MD behind my name, me, and trust me, I'm better than most doctors that I have ran into. But for me to have uh, uh, MD behind my name is an insult. I would never want to be associated with the FDA. I would never want to be associated with pharmaceutical companies. I would never want to be associated and people say, "Oh, you're a doctor?" Hell no. No, 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 no. No. That's an insult to my intelligence because I'm more intelligent than that. I know that there is not one pharmaceutical drug that can cure anybody. And this comes from the doctor's mouth, not me. They tell you all the time, "Oh, we have treatment for you. We can treat you. Treat, 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 treat." And they have us walking all these damn walks. You walk the cancer walk. You walk the Heart Association walk. Walk, 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 walk. Pay all this money and they ain't cured shit yet. And they never will, not because they really don't want to, because they don't even know how to go about doing it. I used to think, oh, they're doing this on purpose. It's a money thing. It's not a money thing. It's a dumb thing. It's a dumb thing. They don't have a clue how. They don't know how. They just don't they don't have a clue. It's not being done on purpose. They don't know how. They don't know how. They don't have a clue. Okay? So I take all that back saying that, hey, they're doing it for money. They got a cure. They can find it. They can't. They will never be able to find a cure because they don't even have the knowledge to know how to go and find the cure. And the cure is not in pharmaceutical drugs. And that's where they're probably looking. They'll never find it there. So they're not lying to us when they say, "Oh, we haven't came up with a cure yet." They never will because they're looking in the wrong spots, just like they're looking in the wrong locations, just like they send us off from the offices and tell us that it's still okay to have a piece of steak. It's still okay. Bake all your chicken. You need protein. You can get protein from fucking herbs. You can get protein from rashi mushrooms. You can get protein and probiotics from juniper berries. You can get everything you need from herbs. But they don't know that. So they're not doing it on purpose. They're just dumb. Okay? And that was my talk for today. Um, and I just try to come on here as much as I can, you guys, and tell you as much as I can. Please subscribe, like, comment, share, share, please. As much as you can. I'm trying to start going live. I would like to go live on YouTube here, but YouTube is saying that I need 1,000 subscribers. And now I'm like at about 756, I believe. So I need a few more. So please like, subscribe, comment, and share, okay? And I will talk to you guys later, and I will put in the description box my website again. And go on there and get your books. And like I said, this book is authentic. Let me tell you what I didn't want to do. I didn't want this to be a book like everybody else's. I wanted this book to be where you actually see my thoughts, see what I was writing. I have on one of my pages in my book here, I have on this page, this is actually this one here, it says, "I am not interested in the 8th grade graduation practice because my daddy has high cholesterol." So this was back in 1980. And I left that there. Every time I did something in the early 80s, I've always been a herbalist, even in 8th grade, okay, as you can see from those notes. I always wrote the year for some reason. I always wrote what I was doing. And next to that, I actually wrote a regimen down from 1980 that's actually helping people now with their cholesterol. From 1980, and this is 2020. I was in 8th grade in 1980. I'm 54 years old now. So when other kids was out playing and things like that, I was looking at herbalism books. I walked to the library every day. I did what I was supposed to do. I did not know why I was writing these notes. I did, and I kept everything. I have thousands of notes, and I'm putting them all in books for people because it's needed. Um, like I said, you will see in some of my. Let me see if I could find one for you guys. I'll just show you. Everything is such a mess. I just want to show you. Let me see if I have anything. This is page 95. Oh, okay. So let me just show you this. Like for instance, hold on. Like for instance, you see this? This here is something that's going to be in the book. My own handwriting. This says Yokohama, Japan, morning class, 7 a.m. And this is some regimens for liver cleanse. Okay. So this is what I used to do. And this was 1983. So I wrote everything down and I kept notes of everything. And any country I lived in and anything that I used to do, I took my notes with me everywhere. I have something. We used to go to Korea on Saturday mornings, and I used to sit in on classes. I used to sit in on workshops. I got up and spoke and things like that. So I have everything in this book, even from then. All my thoughts that day, but everything has to do with. Let's see. This is a liver tonic. This is an allergy tonic. What else we have here? It's so many things. I have the Master Cleanse here. This here says I had to go and test some plants in Tokyo. Actually, 1982 in Kobe, Japan. And my notes here says make sure plants get tested again before 1983. And this was a test for house plants. And I have all the house plants down here that can cleanse the air and things like that. And I've been using this. Here it says 1982. I had a bedtime spray, which was for someone who could not sleep. So on this here for the bedtime spray, it's a recipe for you to make your own bedtime sprays out of essential oils. So yeah, this is a very good book. It goes on and on. It's another liver cleanser in here. It's so many. What is this one? Let's see. Staph infection, scabies, parasites. This was a class completed in Kobe, Japan, Wednesday, June 1st, 1983. It was an infectious disease class. So, and I have all the regimens here. It tells you what to mix up, how to mix it, what hours to take it, what to do. I have antibiotics. 2014, the inflammation class. 2003, the Alzheimer's class. 1999, powerful antibiotics class. But all of this is in my own handwriting, and I wanted it to be as authentic as possible. 1999, the colon class. We finished it off in 1999, but I started 1982, classroom 101 at 4 p.m. in Hiroshima, Tokyo. We have detoxing, a detoxing regimen that activates the liver, which is very much needed. We have something in here for anxiety, arthritis, body, knee, and back and arm pain. It tells you that willow bark, 120 milligrams daily. Devil's claw, 500 milligrams daily for inflammation and low back pain. Everything is in this book, and it's my handwriting. This here says, let me tell you this. I'm going to tell you what I wrote on this. It says, I am in my homeroom class. I'm not going to English class. And I put a sad face and then a smiley face. I remember the sad face was because I knew that when my mom found out that I cut that class, that she was probably going to beat the hell out of me. But this was my freshman year at Lucy Flower High School in Chicago, Illinois. So I wrote everything down, but I cut the English class after homeroom class because I went to the library. And that day is that regimen that I came up with. But here's the thing, I'm using that now. You see this behind me? Wait, can y'all see this here? These are my regimens right here. Those are my regimens, okay? On my website, regimens. Regimens is are things that help you naturally. So that's what my website is all about. Everything that's in this book are regimens, pulses, extracts, oils, tinctures, antibiotics, natural um, meds, chest rubs. Everything is in this book. And I have about 10 to 12 more books that I'm going to come out with because I have 12,000 regimens, okay? And thousands and thousands and thousands of herbologics, okay? So I'm going to get off of here now because I have orders to do. And once again, I'm going to put in the description box my website, okay? If you want to order the book, it is on there. The book is $85.99. And go on there and get your books, everyone. You need a go-to book where you can put it in your kitchen. I would suggest putting it in the kitchen cabinet or putting it next to your bedside. And when someone gets sick, you put your little notes in there and you be able to go to it. It's also it's an entire section on pneumonia. And actually, I believe it was back in 1983 class in Tokyo, we did a class on coronavirus. That's also in there and it works. Okay, so I will talk to you guys later. Please, once again, go like, subscribe. Tell all your family I need their support. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. Okay, talk to you later. Peace and blessings.